Hello everyone, Climate Change here to give you another video about my opinion on Mauls. If you watched the last video, with a little short on Mauls, and you didn't like it, well, you can go fuck yourself. But more importantly, I wanted to make the second video to elaborate on why I've developed such a strong opinion against Mauls in their current state. You see, before I never really had a problem with Mauls. Yes, they were the one-trick pony of Mordhau, but they were not so prevalent, and the few people that did use Mauls were easy enough to maneuver around, as you had better movement speed as opposed to today. Because since the Casello patch, the developers have decided to slow down movement speed a bit, making footwork harder than it was before. And this effectively buffed all slow, hard-hitting weapons in the game. Of course, the slowest and hardest hitting of them all, the Maul, got the biggest buff. Naturally, as a result, Mauls have become all the craze. Everyone wants one so that they too can get upwards of 150 kills per map. And that's important to note because prior to this patch, I rarely saw anyone get above 100 kills. Yes, it did happen, but it was rare. Even going back to the days before Cavalry got nerfed, I still didn't see people breaking 100 kills so regularly in this game. But nowadays, it's pretty commonplace to see one good player get them all and kill them all. For the record, if you are one of those players, you did not suddenly get that much better since the Casello patch. No, you are clearly exploiting a currently unbalanced weapon. And that, my friends and enemies, is just half of the problem. The other half is that obviously lower and mid-tier players will see that one good player get upwards of 150 kills and they'll be like, wow, I want to be just like him. So they'll get them all, and then they will try to kill them all, and they'll wind up hitting all of their teammates in the process. Yes, everyone who plays this game for any length of time knows that team damage is very commonplace, and the best way to avoid that team damage is to throw lots of stabs and overheads and cut down on your horizontal swings. But the problem with the Mauls is it's not a very stab-friendly weapon. So as a result, the mid to low tier players who try to use the Maul to be a Maul god will wind up swinging the highest team damage dealing weapon in the game. Even with the friendly perk on, I'm still getting upwards of 25 damage per swing from every one of my Maul god wannabe teammates. This can naturally make all team-based pub games even more frustrating to play, as Mordhau becomes reduced to a game of dodge them all, dodge them all. And I do mean the dodge mechanic because I find that nowadays I can't even play any of my classes that don't have the dodge mechanic. And so I wind up using my anti-cavalry build, which is dodge and billhook, as my main. And while I do enjoy its apparent effectiveness against Maul users, of course it can get a bit bland using the same build over and over again. But I know if I don't use my billhook build and specialize in just hunting Maul users, there's a solid chance one of those enemy Maul users will go forth to crush the skulls of half my team, and I'll just be constantly overwhelmed for the rest of the match. So with that said, I do hope that Triterion eventually either specifically nerfs the Maul or at least do something like increase the sprint speed and also sprint speed acceleration. Because I've noticed that since the last patch, my sprint key seems to be a bit laggy. If they could fix that, then at least I'll be more maneuverable and better able to get away from the Maul. With all that said, I hope you enjoyed my video, or at least understood or appreciated what I have to say. If you didn't, if you're one of those dickish Maul users, well, you can go have anal sex with a cactus.